Well, hello there, and happy Monday to you. It's the first Monday of the year 2020. We're now broadcasting all the way live, multi-streaming on multiple sites. We're over here pumping it out on the Instagram. We're over here pumping it out on the Periscope, Perry World, thanks for the hearts. And we got it going live on the YouTube channel at Chris Monroe STL for the full experience. And then we also have the Woke Real Estate Investors Group chiming in. Go ahead and put your name in and where you're coming in from. I'll give you a quick shout out before we get started with the show tonight. And we also are streaming live on my personal Facebook page and the Chris Monroe Show page on Facebook. Good to see you all. Glad you all could come on in on this Monday night. You know, we keep something good for you, and I'll never let you down. I never waste your time. If I come on live, you know I'm bringing the fire. So tonight we're going to bring some heat for you. We got Gia The House Goddess. She's going to be joining us here momentarily. She's going to come in and tell us about her real estate endeavors, some things she learned from the past and going into the future, and pick the brains of experts. You know, that's the biggest thing with this stuff. You got to get some people around you where you can actually know what's going on to know how to make yourself better in the future. You know, and let's see here. Let's see who we got up in here. Look like we got Damian Ace say, oh yeah, she's a beast in the A. What's up, Damian, down in Atlanta? You know it, you know it. And who else we got here? I don't even know what that says. We got some foreigners in here. Oh yeah, and if you are watching on the Facebook group, Woke Real Estate Investors Group, make sure you click that link. There's a link that's actually in the description that says you give permission to be able to use your picture, and it'll show up right. What's up, Sunshine? I see you. Diamond Ford, you're in multiple places. Look at that. You're all over the place. YouTube. All right, what up, Chris? Thanks for the content. What's up, Alexander? Good to see you as well. Let's see here. Flipping are us global. German, what's up? What's up? Most won't, I will. I see you over here on Periscope. Good to see y'all as well. What's up, Wilson from North Carolina? Raise up, take your shirt off, and twist it around your head. Swing it like a helicopter. So I know all that. I know y'all do that hip rap out there. So like I said, what's up, the Kaizen Investor over here on Instagram. So like I said, if you're watching on Instagram or on Periscope, I'm just starting the show over here. If you want to get the full experience, come on over to the YouTube channel at Chris Monroe STL and we'll get it going. You North Carolina also over here on Periscope? Tough Mudder. See, North Carolina coming here representing, man. Y'all can't be doing it because you know I'm from the STLMO 314. Let's see here. Geo News Live TV. New York City in the house. All right. I see you. NYC, big city of dreams, the Big Apple. So without further ado, we're going to get this show going. Thanks for everybody that's joining in. If this content gives you any type of good stuff, give it a like, give it a share, give it a thumbs up if you care. So we're going to get this thing started, y'all. It's about that time. Oh, I got to remember to tell you too, what's coming up next week. Not next Monday, but next Tuesday, we're going to be going live with House Buying Brian. We're going to be talking about learning how to give multiple offers quickly and easily. We're going to be talking with House Buying Brian, streaming live, multi-streamed as well, multiple places. That's going to be next Tuesday, January the 14th. We're going to do that on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be doing that there. What else we got? We also got Rick Jargon coming up as well. Real Estate Old School. He'll be coming up in a couple of weeks as well. And I got a couple of other heavy hitters coming up as well. So make sure you're tuned in live right here. And we're going to do it like that. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see here. Diamonds everywhere. I see you, Diamond. Why you don't have a picture over here? Big D from Georgia. Hi, you got that Georgia hat on. I see you. So like I said, it's about that time to get this thing rolling.
And we have Mr. I Stay and Mr. I Stay
Woke. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? This is the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke, Chris Monroe, and I'm right back at you with another real estate video. Glad to have you all here tonight on this Monday night. We do it each and every Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, where we bring in either some heavy hitters. Sometimes we come in and evaluate deals. Sometimes we bring some people on to help you in your real estate business and your endeavors, whether you're doing virtual wholesaling, regular traditional wholesaling, traditional old flips, or you're doing buy and holds, any of this crazy stuff, any of this creative real estate where you get into the game, sometimes with no money down, sometimes with a little bit of money down, sometimes dropping big money down, but not me. I try to get in with little or nothing down. We're streaming live on Periscope, streaming live on YouTube, streaming live on Instagram, streaming live worldwide, and we're going to be joined by Gia The House Goddess in a few minutes, I guess whenever she checks in. She's not in yet. So let's see what we got here in the comments while we wait on her. Let's see here. Yeah, that's about to be crazy with House Buying Brian. That's right. Next Tuesday night, like I said, that won't be Monday next week. That'll be Tuesday night on the 14th. We'll be on with House Buying Brian. You say time for the intro. That's right, Dana. All right, Kazan, I see you. Let's see here. Bye. Got the show trailer. You love it? Oh, yeah. So that's actually a full video. There's an actual full video to that. I just used the first 30 seconds of it to bring it in on here to get you riled up, to get you going. What's up? What's up? What's up? I see you over here on Instagram. So yeah, I just like to get you riled up, get your juices flowing. Because, you know, when it's time to learn this stuff, it makes a difference. You got to get it going. Let's see here. Philip from the GA. I see you. Nina. What's up, Nina? I see you. International Nina. She's all around the world. Every time I see her, she's traveling somewhere. I'm like, man, I need to travel like you. Can I travel like you? Can I be nice like that? Can I be worldwide Chris Monroe? Can I be Mr. I Stay Woke worldwide? Because I know I'm just over here in St. Louis right now trying to get some more real estate. What's up, Chris Jackson? What up, though? I see you over here as well. So let me see here. I don't know what's going on with Miss Gia. I guess she'll be checking in a moment here. So I will tell you about a deal that I just closed, though, while we wait. Because I know y'all like little deal stories. So this house, well, I can't even make this stuff up. It's kind of sad, really. A house I'm buying subject to the existing financing, meaning the loan's going to stay in the seller's name, which the seller is actually deceased. It's his son that has this house, if that's not more confusing for you. The son is the seller, and the loan is in his dad's name, which is deceased, which we're going to keep in place, buying the house subject to with a dead man on a loan. How about that? So I'm buying a house subject to the existing financing, paying that mortgage on it, and I put a tenant buyer in it already, and we're supposed to be closing up that house tomorrow, buying that house, and that's going to be a good deal because, you know, it's a good deal. Early deals in 2020, man. Are you working on some deals in 2020? That's what I want to know. Are you talking to enough people? Do you got enough leads? Do you got enough stuff going on out here? It makes a big difference. Let me see what's going on with Gia. Let's see here. Oh, I got a hitter on this phone here. So I'm going to end it on Instagram here. Like I said, come over and join the YouTube for the full experience. Ending it on there. So let me see if I can reach her, see what's up with her. Let's see here. Click link. So yeah, she should be coming in here momentarily. Thanks for those hearts over here on Periscope. Like I said, so that's the deal that I'm working on right now, which is a subject to deal. And so basically the monthly payment on that deal, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, PITI, all inclusive, is only $360 a month. The tenant buyer is going to be paying $700 a month. So I get a little bit of baby cash flow as I wait. How do you lose on a deal like that? Buying the house for $26,000, sold the house for $39,000. So when or if the seller ends up cashing it out, guess what? There's some money coming on the back end. That's called creative real estate. You want to learn more about that? WokeRealestate.com is where you want to go. You want to learn more about that, or just join the Woke Real Estate Investors Group, like we got all the family in here watching right now. Let me see what's going on with Gia. Is she having some technical difficulties with her phone? She's on here, but let's see here. Let me click this here. Copy texts. Here. And here. What up? What up? What up? Who is that? Mad Hops. What up? I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Let me click this link here. Click link. Oh, there we go. So without further ado, what we've all been waiting for, one of the best heavy hitters of all time. We see her on Instagram. We see her on the internet. She dropped bombs on everybody. Without further ado, here we go with Gia, the House Goddess. Let's see if we got it.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Hey. I'm great.
Great,
Little,
great.
a little unprepared, but we're gonna make it happen.
Well, that's the entrepreneur life. That's how we do it, right?
Wing it.
We
Yes,
figure it out. We figure it out. So for people who
exactly.
may not know who you are, who is
Kind
Gia
of
the House
dark.
Goddess and what do you do?
So, Gia the House Goddess. I am a serial entrepreneur slash real estate investor. Started off wholesaling, leveraged up, scaled my business up to fixing and flipping, buying and holding, and now mentoring.
Oh wow! So you've been mentoring and changing lives and showing other people how to get in this game, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Because I know what it did for me, and it's been definitely life changing.
Great, great. So how did you ever find out about real estate, and what were you doing before you got into this real estate world? Were you working regular 9 to 5 stuff, or what were you doing before real estate?
Yeah, actually, I always, like, as a young girl, I think I would say about 16 years old, I always knew that I wanted to do real estate. I always knew that real estate was the way to financial freedom, and it was the best way to legally make large lump sums of money. So initially, I got into it. I started off appraising. I started off as an appraiser assistant in New York City. New York was just, the prices were just super high, so it was really not in my reach to buy anything or fix and flip at the time. So appraising gave me my first level of experience, and then from there I had a 9 to 5 that I just hated, and I would I was just at the point where I was like, you know what, I know there's a better way, and but I couldn't buy in New York City, so I just started looking in other states that were cheaper. Came across Atlanta, and Atlanta, I was like, whoa, I could buy 10 houses for the price of one, compared to New York City. So it was like dope,
So
you
you're
know.
originally from New York.
Yeah, born and raised.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
do have a kind of New York accent. I just noticed that. So New York. So now you moved to Atlanta. Say this is where the money's at down in Georgia, huh?
Yes, definitely. It just was a lot easier to get into the market based on the price points compared to, trying to. I was looking at a two-family house in New York City. You're looking at $900,000, compared to Atlanta. Just a big difference.
Right, right. And so you said your first deal was more of a wholesale type deal. How did that work out? How did that deal come out, and what did you make on that?
That wasn't really my first deal. I was kind of like trial and error in Atlanta. I started buying for people in New York, being like the liaison, fixing stuff for them, getting it turnkey, and then taking a percentage based off the equity that would be in the property. This was right before the market crash. Market ends up crashing. Fast forward, maybe it was in the '07. Fast forward maybe to 2014 is when I started really getting into wholesaling.
Mm,
And that's when it really clicked for me. That's when I was like, okay, this is what have I been doing all my life? Like,
wow. So you
because
kind of heard about wholesaling before, but you never really jumped into it. You thought it was what, maybe a scam or something?
no, I didn't even hear about it. One of my associates, we were trying to buy a house, and he was like, yo, it's this concept. And I just started researching, and then I was like, I started writing yellow letters, and boom, someone called me. And my first deal made. I was dead broke at the time. I was like working my little 9 to 5 at home, and I was like, I'm so tired of this, and I'm dead broke. I stopped clocking in, and I'm like, something got to give. Like, and I had literally had like $60 to my name, and I'm telling my friend like, look, I don't know, but I'm not clocking in anymore. Something has to give. Something's gonna work. This real estate is gonna work. I don't have no cash, no credit. I can't really fix or flip anything, but let me see how this works out. Wrote that yellow letter. He called me back. 2 weeks later, closed my first deal. I had a check for $25,000. Never looked back since.
Damn.
Yeah.
25K on the first deal?
Yes, life changing, life changing.
You was like, what I've been working jobs for? Oh no, I'm coming in the real
What?
estate game.
Yes, yes.
So
And
you said you
then,
came in, or you kind of saw everything back in '07, '08 when the crash happened. So you kind of see things change. Do you see anything like that coming in the future here now? Because you know how people trying to scare us, like, oh, another crash is coming.
yeah, I mean, we all know real estate is cyclical. So, it goes up and down. I mean, I feel like it's really going to be about certain markets. I don't see a crash like before, to answer your question. However, certain markets are stronger than others. Atlanta is experiencing a lot of growth. I know there's a lot of other cities that are experiencing a lot of growth. So in those particular cities, I don't really see it. I don't see that coming per se, but it's definitely been a correction in the market. I've seen that
Yeah,
in Atlanta for sure.
definitely. We got to have a correction sometime. I know they said since I guess those missiles went off in Iraq and killed that guy from Iran. They said the
Hmm.
price of gold went up to a 7-year high or something. I said,
What?
whoa,
Yes,
I need to
yes.
take this gold too far. Wait a minute.
You funny.
Cash out, baby. Wait a minute. Ain't know we gonna go up in value. So yeah,
Yes.
that's the thing. So do you only do real estate or do you do other type of investments as well?
I definitely do other type of investment. Actually, gold is one of them. So yeah, that's doing pretty well. But I'm investing a lot in Africa, and but real estate is definitely my baby for now. Um, yeah.
So you say you were doing so do you still wholesale periodically or do you just leave that alone altogether?
No, I do definitely still wholesale. I think I got a deal closing in this week. Hopefully, you know how that goes. Hopefully, it
Mhm.
closes on time. But yeah, definitely still wholesale. That's like, why not? It's easy money. It's second nature to me at this point. So
Right, right.
yeah.
So since you kind of moved a little bit from wholesaling, what did you
Sorry
move
for
over
the.
into now? Oh no, they loud. What did you move over into now? More so the fixing and flipping side, or what do you do in real estate now?
Yeah, fixing and flipping, buying and holding. Um, let's see if I can move. Hey. Um, sorry.
Oh, you okay?
But yeah, a lot of fixing and flipping and more so buying and holding. So that's what I'm really focusing on. Have a few multi units, and for me, more so buying and holding. Section 8 is what I prefer. So that's been the
Mm.
focus. Yeah.
Section 8, so you get the money no matter what.
Yes. Yeah. Section 8 has been really good to me.
So how does that work? Is it more so you get to pick the person that you let to get in, or how did they get to apply? How does that process work as far as Section 8 tenants?
Well, yeah, Atlanta has like a list, an overwhelming list of people on the waiting list. I think it's like, I know at one point it was like 4,000 people waiting. So with that, you could cherry pick who you want. So I make sure I just really vet them and qualify them, and um, yeah,
Okay.
and
So that you saying that the when you do the Section 8, you is it more so you get to set the price or they already say that this is how much they're gonna get?
um, no, well, you go basically off the comps in the neighborhood. So like for instance, I actually just got one approved today. Um, we submit the comps, and based on the neighborhood, based on the zip code, Section 8 has their own rental standard, and their max that they'll pay for that area based on the conditions. They'll give you certain amount of boost. If your property is newly renovated, if you have new insulation, new windows, they'll give you an income boost. Um, so yeah, I love Section 8 though,
So is it
especially in
like
Atlanta. It pays so good in Atlanta.
oh wow, because that's what I was wondering. Is it like the regular rental rate or is it probably a little more? Or how do they I mean they just have them
Yeah, like it's definitely comparable, but I do have a unit where market rent I would not be able to get what I'm getting with Section 8. For example, I have a unit, it's a two-bedroom apartment, but because there's a shortage of one-bedrooms in Atlanta, I took off one of the doors and rented it as a one-bedroom through Section 8, and they're paying me $1,270 for a one-bedroom that's in the hood. Like I would not be able to get that market rent, for
Dang,
1 bedroom. So yeah.
that's crazy. 1 bedroom, 1270. That's better than Airbnb money, ain't it?
Damn near. You don't gotta check in, check out, clean up. No, none of that. Like, yes,
Wow.
definitely.
I didn't know they was gonna do it like that. And so are you in multiple markets or you just focus more so in that Atlanta or Georgia area?
Right now it's been mainly Atlanta and Georgia. I definitely want to expand. I think this year is more about building a team. Some of the people that I'm mentoring and getting into different states that way, through my mentors. Definitely want to expand because there are a lot of markets that are really doing well.
Mm. Somebody was just asking that over here on the YouTube. Say she lives in Atlanta. Is she hiring?
Yeah, come to my event. I have an event this Sunday, Sip Paint Real Estate. So that's what I want to start, just meeting more people, seeing how we could network, how we can, just lock down Atlanta, because Atlanta's still wide open. Although it's so much growth going on, it's still a lot of areas to tap into. Our price points are really, really good. It's still affordable,
Mm.
So I am doing an event on Sunday on the 12th, and everybody could go to my website or go to Gia The House Goddess, my Instagram page, Gia The House Goddess, or my website, giathehousegoddess.com, and get tickets there to my event. Because Chris, where are you? You're in St. Louis, right?
Yep, in St. Louis, Missouri. So yep.
Okay.
So what is that event going to be like? What's going to be happening there? Is it going to be speakers or is it more so like teaching or what's going to happen at the event?
So it's Sip Paint Real Estate. So it's just gonna be me more so talking about my experience. It's gonna be a networking, talking about different stuff that's going on in Atlanta as far as these big developments, the Beltline, the tax districts, areas of focus that people should be focusing in on, and just networking. And then we're gonna paint and we'll sip and just have fun.
That's right. You got to have fun with this stuff. And I see you be traveling the world. I saw you in Africa and everywhere. What was that about? You've been all around the world.
Yes, yes. Africa is on the come up. Like that's where it's at. The motherland is definitely a lot of a lot of interest and stuff going on in Africa. So I'm there. Wherever it's popping. Um, I'm looking into just different avenues in Africa. I bought some land on the beach there in Tanzania. My goal is to get into tourism, build a small resort hotel on the beach, maybe a large resort hotel. I'm really looking at some other acreage available along that beach, which I know is just a matter of time before it blows up, because literally across the water is Zanzibar, which is already developed, clubs, restaurants, beautiful. So this is the next little coastline that has only one choice but to go up. So definitely investing there. They have a new bridge coming in. So definitely my plan is to get into tourism in Africa, Tanzania, in particularly, and then I am messing with commodities over there as well, like gold and different stones and stuff. So
Wow. You ain't messing around. So that was your first time going when I just saw you, I guess, last year. That was your first time going to Africa?
yeah, exactly. I went 3 times last year actually. I went
Wow.
to Tanzania, Kenya, and Zambia.
You ain't
Next
messing around.
next stop, Ghana. I
Oh,
gotta get
yeah,
to
Ghana.
Ghana.
Everybody say go to Ghana.
Yeah, it's a lot of things, a lot of real estate going up there, and a lot of folks moving there actually.
Thank you, Sunshine, for putting up our website, giathehousegoddess.com, to get more information
Thank you,
about
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Yes, yes. Everybody in Atlanta, come see me. Let's go sit paint real estate. I'm at this dope little spot now where it's gonna be at, which I'm planning to do a lot more networking events here. We gotta maybe I could show y'all real quick. Cool. It's a big, like really dope spot. I'm gonna do a lot of events here and just networking, and it's upstairs.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
huge.
bonfires outside. It's crazy. So we're gonna
Wow.
turn up 2020.
All right, all right. I'm gonna have to come down to
Gotta get
Atlanta and
down
see
here.
what's going on.
Gotta get down here. Yeah, yeah.
I'm supposed to be coming next month anyway, but I might flake out. There's an event coming up next month, but we'll see how that go. Let's see here. Somebody got a question for you. They say, who is your mentor?
Good question. Who's my mentor? No one in particularly. I'm looking for one, actually. I am looking for one. I deal over the years and just working with a lot of different builders and loan officers. I do have people in the business that I call and I can ask questions, but no specific mentor right now. I'm looking for one. I need one.
So
I feel like we all need mentors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When you want to go to that next level, because I know me, if I would have had a mentor, real estate, I went through a lot of trial and error. And when I tell you, it has not been an easy journey. And if I had a mentor, I would have got there quicker. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, I probably would have avoided a lot of mistakes and a lot of, but I've learned a whole lot. And I've just been resilient through it all, because I've watched people with one house foreclose and give it back to the bank this year. And I'm like, damn, like y'all can't, what's going on? But I understand that it could get real like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it could get really, really real. Like real estate will either make you or break you. You know?
Yeah. I'm having 10 tenants. They give
You got what?
I got 10 tenants and they all got their own personalities. One been late every month for the last 6 months. They late.
No, you gotta get Section 8. I got 10 tenants too, and I love all of them.
Well, it's just one the problem child. It's always got to be one.
Yeah.
So he on the verge, but we working with him.
Okay. But especially the fixing and flipping game, like.
And you said you made some mistakes without a mentor. What are some of the mistakes you feel like you made while coming up, where you were like you could have had a mentor and avoided it completely?
What I would really tell people is like, I feel like I bit off more than I could chew at one point. Like it was a point just because I had access, because I was getting the inventory, because I knew how to get it. I had at one point bought a whole lot of houses at one time. And was trying to work on all these houses at one time. And it was like, yeah, don't bite off more than you could chew.
For real. That's definitely true there. I mean, because it can definitely be a headache. Get all these, and then you got to manage all these different crews and all that. Oh, babysitting.
And then not only that, it's like you wanna start with, don't start with a huge project. Like I watch newbies get in and they start with these huge projects where they doing additions, and it's like, this is your first deal. You know what I'm saying? Do not find you a house that has some cosmetic, what we call a lipstick job, where you could get in, throw some paint, change some cabinets, some maybe countertops, but not no major construction where you got to do all of this extra stuff for your first deal. That my first deal, like back into the business, a fixing and flipping. Oh my God. It was crazy. Like it was crazy. So I feel like if I had a mentor, they would have said, Gia, no, like if you are going to do this deal, properly assess it and make sure you have certain things in place. Because I did get it really, really cheap. So it worked out. But I would have really, really lost my shirt just if I didn't have the resilience and the hustle that I did, because it was a really, really big project.
So you actually just got lucky because you bought it so low you could make a mistake and still be okay.
Yeah, I was able to make mistakes, and mind you, I had hard money, so hard money was kicking my ass. But I bought it so cheap, they might have made, who knows how much they made. I think hard money made like $30,000 off of me. But I bought it so cheap, I was still able to profit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was, I bought it so low. But the average person, if I would have bought, at 65% LTV, oh no, I would have been dead. You know, I would have been
Dang.
dead.
So that
So,
wholesaling background kind of saved your butt.
oh, definitely, definitely, because that's what was financing my payments, financing all the payments, financing the fuck ups of me having to reframe because I hired the wrong contractor,
Mm.
framed it, had to reframe, or I didn't budget for the flat roof. That instead of what I thought was a $3,000 job was actually a $13,000 roof because it was flat, like stuff like that.
Wow.
Um, okay, nice meeting you.
You had a
All
whole
right,
a
perfect.
whole $10,000 spread extra that you didn't even account for.
What? Yeah, I ended up reframing a whole house. Like it was new construction at that point. The only thing that was left was the four walls. Me coming in, I was thinking I was doing a regular rehab. Like, oh, I could save these hardwoods. Joke. Joke. No, no, you're gonna change the floor joists. Forget saving the hardwoods. You're gonna change the whole all the floor joists. How about that? So
Makes sense. Let's see here. And if anybody else have any questions, drop it in the comments here. We'll try to get it on before we let Gia get back to regular life. They say, are you planning on writing a book?
oh my God, I need to, because Lord, real estate done put me through some things. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of things in the works.
Definitely makes a
Definitely.
difference. They say, yep, girls say that real estate will make you or break you. I know that's right.
Exactly.
All right,
No
let's
in
see here.
between.
Jamal Harris says, also, what specific materials did you study to get this knowledge? Were you on YouTube University or where'd you learn how to do this real estate stuff?
Shoot, Trump University.
Oh,
No.
really?
Yeah, I used to read a lot of Trump books. I would read Robert Kiyosaki. I would read like those different books. But really at the end of the day, I feel like experience is the best teacher. Cause but I did take some things out of the books that definitely helped. And I feel like that one thing that I did take, because I remember I was reading this book and it said the guy was like, I would never get my real estate license. He was like, for what? Because, you know, as an investor, without your license, you can move more freely as opposed to with a license. So that's one thing that really, really stuck with me. And that's why I never got my license. If I did get my license, I would have been in trouble a long time ago. I'd have
Mm.
been in double trouble.
So
But
you
that's a whole
touch your
nother
feelings
story.
now because you know a lot of people run and go get that license. They say I needed to do deals, and I'm like, not on this side of the world. You don't.
That license, whew, it could, that license like a double-edged sword too, you
Mm.
know?
So do you
That's
have a
what
real
people don't
estate agent
understand.
that you work with that's on your team there, or?
No, well, at the time, one of my partners, he was a broker. My aunt is a real estate broker, so I've always been able to have access to certain systems and all of that. But
So would you suggest somebody have somebody like that on their team if they're going to be getting into this business?
yeah, it's definitely valuable. Like I know in my course, I talk about that building your MVPs, your most valuable players. So you want to have a network of, you know, you got to have that network of people that's gonna help your deals close. And yeah, agent or is definitely gonna be significant. Can be significant depending on what type of agent they are, because not all agents,
Or
you
built
know.
the same?
Yeah, exactly.
Some of them be
Exactly.
messing up deals, or some be trying to make some deals. I'm like, come on this investing side. Let me show you how to make some money.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of agents they get stuck in the agent mentality, and they don't understand the investor mentality. That's what I've noticed. But
It's a different
yeah,
mindset because I'm like, I'm just trying to find out where
whole
I make some money at. All this old trying to save people and all this other mess. Where do I get paid?
right, a whole different mindset.
Nina says, hi, Gia. Nina from California.
Hey, Nina,
Let's see here.
Callie in the building.
Let's see here. Anthony, let's see here, says, how did you get your first wholesale deal? I think she said the yellow letter, right?
Yeah, I wrote a yellow letter. I'll give you some free game real quick. So I went and got an eviction list. So basically, all the people that had ever gotten evicted, I was like, I went to the county. I said, look, I need the eviction list for the last 3 months. Got the eviction list. And then I just started writing letters to those people. And sure enough, I started getting phone calls back. Well, I I got 2 phone calls back. One lady had like 5 rental properties, and this other guy had a property, and he was just super motivated. So,
Mm.
we love them motivated sellers.
You know it. And so that's what I wanted to ask you about too. So I know a lot of people from the old school love the yellow letters in the mail. And now, everybody's getting into text message and ringless voicemail drops and stuff like that. What do you think about that stuff? Do you think sending mail still works, or people should just do whatever the marketing works for right now?
I mean, I haven't wrote a letter since my first deal. So, but I feel like it's still good to have, like, for those that you can't get on the phone, that's a backup. But I like cold calling people.
Bang them phones out. That's right. That's right. Ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that.
Cold calling, text messaging, yeah.
So are you actually cold calling, or you have cold callers on your team?
Both. I enjoy cold calling, so
You
I'll
like
do
getting
both.
yelled at and cussed out?
I don't know. I've never really gotten cussed out. The most I've gotten is no, Gia, don't call me no more. Take me off your list. And
Really? So they
I'll
already
call
expect.
back. Be like, but no.
Some of them
But
already
yeah.
know you. Like, this you again? No. Dang.
Mhm.
So that makes sense. Let's see here. Uh, let's see here. What was one lesson you learned while being a wholesaler?
Whew, one lesson I learned, man. A lesson that I really think about a lot is I feel like I wish I would have. Like, I sold a lot of deals. I feel like, so my new concept is like wholesaling is like crack in the hood. It'll have you always chasing for that next fix. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Um, like, we always chasing a deal. It could turn into a hustle really, really quick. So, and a lot of the deals that I've wholesaled, I've watched. Say, for example, I had like 3 houses on one block, and I wholesaled them, sold them. I might have made 20, 30,000 profit each property, right?
Hmm.
But now on the same street, they're selling for $450,000. And I might have got these houses. I had them on a contract. One I had a contract for like 30,000 for, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and it's I had one guy, I had this African guy. He was buying a whole lot of properties in Atlanta. I mean, he probably bought like 2,000 properties. And I was wholesaling a lot of houses to me. Literally, I had got 10 deals in one day. Turn around, sold all 10 to him in the same day. But I watched him turn around, buy those properties. He probably bought 2,000, no exaggeration. He was just buying, buying, buying like crazy. So I watched him buy all these properties, wait maybe a year and a half, and turn around, sell them as is, and 10x his money. I
Ain't
mean,
even
properties
do
I
no
was
fix up. Wait a minute. No
no,
fix up.
no fix up. Properties I was selling to him, for example, say for 50,000, he sat on it, turned around, sold it for 150,000. So it's like, okay, in some of these neighborhoods where they're being gentrified or there's certain plans going on, as a wholesaler, like, me looking back now, I'm like, okay, I wish I would have had more of a plan of keeping these properties as opposed to wholesaling. I kept a few good ones as far as like my multifamily buildings, thankful for those. But imagine if I would have kept more of those real cheap ones I was getting. I mean, I was getting houses for $300, like stuff like that. And I was just selling them like, okay, boom, make a quick 60, 70, 100, but at the end of the day, lump sum is good, but it's nothing like that residual income for real.
Wow. Gentrification is the land and the houses it sit on. Yep. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We got to buy our own stuff back. That's what I think. I mean, I don't know why everybody like, oh, they taking it up, man. You better get in the game and buy your stuff yourself and don't blame nobody else.
Exactly.
So wholesaling. So you said your plan is for the future is the more so go into buying in Africa more so, or are you gonna be still flipping and doing real estate here as well?
I feel like here I'm gonna be doing more new construction, building. Definitely, I'm gonna be doing stuff in Africa, but here more new construction and wholesaling. I don't want to leave money on the table neither, so doing that as well. looking into some fun stuff, raising capital. Like you said, gentrifying our own neighborhoods.
Right.
You know.
You got to do that. And so how is it over in Africa? That's what I wanted to ask you about earlier when you was mentioning it. So how's the government and stuff there? Do they care about you buying it? Do you have to be a resident, or how do they go about just saying, oh, you just got money, you're good to go, buy my property?
Yeah, well, where I'm at where I bought in Tanzania, you do have to either you come in as a business and register with them or all of that. But the easier way is to, just give like a local some percentage. Like I gave one of the locals there that helped me find the property. I gave him 1% ownership.
Mm.
So it just makes things a lot easier when you have a local involved.
Yeah, and they speak the language, or they speak in other languages, I guess, as well, too, right?
Yeah, I mean they speak out there. They speak Swahili. Some speak English as well, but
You speak 5 languages when you get over there. I know that. So yeah, that's cool. So over there, you need you say you can buy it as a LLC, I guess, or some type of entity. There, you have to.
yeah, some type of entity. Like you have to register your business and all that. I didn't do all of that, um, but I did do. I just went the local route.
And so, how do you identify to know if it's even a deal there or not, or is it more so like just like here, you just like it looked like a good deal? I mean, it's cheap enough. Just throw some money at it.
Well, yeah, for me, I've always wanted a property on the beach. So to me, it was like a no-brainer. It was like 6 acres on the front of the
Mm.
beach land. So it was like a no-brainer. Just and then seeing how it's already developed across the water and a new bridge coming in. So it's just a no-brainer for me. Yeah. But it's the same way you get your surveys and all of that and just assess the lands. But yeah, it was just a no-brainer for me to
Just buy
have
it.
a little getaway in Africa. Tanzania is known for its safaris, and I know Africa is the next. That's where it's at. It's the
Yeah,
next wave.
is it also out here? They say Chinese is building up and stuff there. Is that true?
Oh yeah, yeah. The Chinese are all in Africa, definitely,
Mm. While we
definitely.
sleeping on it, scared to leave the country.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what they were telling me too. Like, bring more black people. Black people don't come over here. Mind you, there's a lot of Europeans over there living good. Um, yeah, we don't really go over there.
How's the cost of living there? Is it like inexpensive, or does it cost a lot, or is it, I mean, pretty cheap, or what do you think?
It could be pretty cheap, but it could be expensive too. It just depends how you want to live.
Okay.
Um,
So I can go over there with
yeah.
5 grand and I'm rich. Oh, that's not real.
Nah, nah.
So you got to bring some more money than that. 100 grand.
I mean, it's all about what you do with it, but not necessarily. No, I mean, it's houses over there that you can buy for. You want to live nice, you can buy a house for 250,000
Oh
and
wow,
live.
real money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure they was keeping it honest. All right, let's see what we got. We got a couple of more questions here. If y'all do have any more questions, and if this video gives you any type of value, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. Let's see what we got here. We got a question. I guess it's about a wholesale deal. Diamond wants to know, how do you save a deal if a seller ghosts you?
Huh. That's rough. That's rough. He goes you for a reason. He probably got a higher offer somewhere. He probably got, I don't know, put a lien on it, file that contract. So he got to come back.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I that'd be the worst. You think you got one, then he stop answering the phone.
Disappeared.
But as long as he on a contract, I mean, if you file it up in the courts, when it's time for him to sell, that attorney will contact you.
Cloud that dang on title. They ain't going nowhere, baby. I want my money. You got to pay me to get out
Right.
the deal.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Let's see here. Marquise wants to know, will you be teaching new construction at your event?
What aspect? Well, I have a renovation course where I go over all of that. So yeah, I have a course for that. Yeah.
And so are all your courses on your website at giathehousegoddess.com?
Yeah, they are. But yeah, I'm gonna be it's so much. There's so many levels to real estate. So the event, I touch on a lot of different stuff. Um,
Mm.
yeah.
Let's see. The Chinese need to be booted out immediately. Wow.
The Chinese got all the money. That's not gonna happen.
They over there
They
investing
got all
hard
the
in
money.
Africa. Hard. Let's see here. Let's see here. That's not real. Look up Native Boone on YouTube about moving from the US to Ghana. All
What's
right.
not real?
I don't know. That might be something we were talking about earlier. How long? Let's see here. How long into wholesaling until you started doing creative type deals? Do you do creative deals?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, you got to get creative. You start running into situations, and naturally, I feel like you just get creative. Um, I don't know, probably like maybe 2 years, a year or two.
So not long.
Yeah, not long.
All right, cool. Let's see here. That affidavit on there now. Oh, all right. So she ain't gonna let them get away with that ghosted seller. So they try to disappear on you. They'll be back. They always come.
Right. They'll be back crying, trying to work it out.
All right. Now here's a question that I don't know if you want it out here. Here we go. Something heavy. How do you gain respect as a woman in this business?
You demand it, you command it. But no, I mean, they just respect you when you just move in a certain way and you handling your business and you're it. The respect is gonna come.
Do like Birdman and tell them put some respect on my name. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I know you said your event is coming up. When is the event again?
Sunday, January 12th. Sip Paint Real Estate. Private location.
Private.
So go on the
can't,
website and grab tickets.
nobody can't sneak in unless they know where it's at, huh?
Yep, pretty
All right.
much.
So check that out at GiaTheHouseGoddess.com. Anything else you want to share with the family before we wrap this thing up and I'll let you get back to the regular life of living the good life?
No, what's going on in St. Louis?
Well, we're doing an event tomorrow. Well, really not an event. It's a meetup we do once a month, every Tuesday downtown at the Hooters. They call it the Hooties House Buyers Club. We do that the first Tuesday of the month. There's actually so many RIAs and meetups and things here. No real events, but there's a lot of meetups and things like that that's going on in St. Louis. Because, it's a hotbed of investment going on here. I'm actually working with an investor out of California right now. He's trying to buy some property here because he got some money. And he's like, man, I ain't buying on out here in California. I'm coming in the Midwest. So I'm going to help him find some deals here. So that's basically what's happening in St. Louis. I got 6 deals on the contract right now. That ain't enough.
What?
Yeah, but I want to get them off the board. I want to sell them. That's where you get the money at.
Yeah. Now you make your money when you buy, not when you sell.
You know it. 2 of them I'm down myself, and the other 4 I'm going to sell to somebody else.
Okay, so what's the price points like? Entry point.
One of them is like 60,000.
What's the ARV?
ARV is like 120. It's actually a 2-family, and it needs some work for the second unit. The first unit is livable right now. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath upstairs, and just a single apartment downstairs. So, and somebody can live in it right now, or they can use the basement or the lower level as dry storage. But it's actually a 2-family. That house can be sold on terms or cash. And then it's another house. What do we got out here? We got
How much those rent for? How much the apartments rent for?
That one would rent for probably 800, 750 to 800, somewhere in there.
Okay.
And then we got another one. What else we got here? One in Tower Grove South in the South St. Louis City area. The ARV on that one's like 180. We're asking 100,000 for that one. Needs about 20K in work, give or take, depending on what you do. It's livable now, just mostly cosmetics. All the regular stuff's been updated. Newer air conditioner, newer windows, newer HVAC, newer water heater. So the major stuff is good. It's just more so the cosmetics, carpet, paint, stuff like that. Fix home, the regular stuff. Tear up the house for no reason type stuff.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
What's days on market like once you go retail?
I don't sell retail, so I wouldn't even be the person to ask. I mean, depending on the area, if you're in Florence in the North County, certain areas like that, it usually can go pretty quick. but I don't really sell on the market like that. I live on the dark side, on the creative side. I like to sell most of mine on a lease option or rent to own, put a tenant buyer in there, get a down payment, collect a monthly payment, and get a cash out on the back end if somebody decides to cash it out. If not, I don't care if they ever cash it out. Just give me my money every month. So that's what I like doing. And I actually sell them for more than it would have sold on the MLS.
Right, exactly.
And my rents are more than a regular rent. So that's why I play on the other side of the fence. I don't play regular on any of this stuff when it comes to real estate. I live on the side. I cheat. I got a hack. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a problem with it if the numbers make sense on other stuff.
Yeah.
You looking to buy in St. Louis or what?
No, I'm just curious. I'm looking at different markets, so I'm definitely curious to see what's going on.
What markets are you looking, or that you think you may be interested in? Because we worldwide, we got people watching on all these channels, and they be having deals, networking and make all the things. We just did a deal in Virginia on a house I never been to. I never seen it, never met the seller, never met the buyer, none of that stuff, all virtual. So, real estate breeze through paperwork.
That's it. I love those type of deals. No, I mean Florida, Tennessee, Texas, South Carolina.
We got a deal in Texas right now. As a matter of fact, it's a higher end property. It's ARV is like 360, and I think you can get it for 280, and it don't need anything. I mean, it might need 5,000, we'll say, just to say it needs something, but it don't need anything. They only live there for 2 years, so the house is little or nothing. So that's a house that's available right now in Texas. That's in Waxahachie, Texas.
I want to wholesale though in those markets. Like I want to set up teams of like just wholesaling, like where we just wholesaling. I like wholesaling too.
Hotel, and that's what this deal would be, a hotel. So like I said, it's 280, and it was retail for about 360 to 370, depending on if you put it on the MLS or what. And that's in Texas. That's about 45 minutes south of Dallas, Texas. That's another deal. I'm gonna mess around, find a buyer on here.
Right, thanks.
So anything else you want to close us out with? Any more questions you got for me, Miss Gia? I see you was ready to get me back. Hit me with something.
How long have you been doing it?
So yeah, I've only been in the game about 16 months. I did my very first wholesale deal August of 2018. I closed that up. Only made 1,800 on it. I didn't make 25K like somebody, but I made 1,800 on my very first deal. I went on to close 17 wholesale deals in my first year, and bought 9 properties already. So like I said, I'm about to close on number 10 tomorrow. So that'll be 10 deals, 10 tenants. We already got 10 tenants. I just haven't closed them with the buyer already or the seller already. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I hit the ground kind of running quick, and I'm trying to buy 30 houses. That's my goal. That was my goal for last year. You see, I fell short right at 9, but hey, that's pretty good for 1 year in the business.
Do y'all have good multifamilies, like 4 units, 8 units, 12 units out there?
2 units and 4 units. Yes, a lot of them in the city. If you want stuff in South St. Louis City, you can find those there. Actually, I wholesaled a couple of those. I wholesaled one for $45,000 or somebody for a 2-family. They had to put some work into it, but it was livable. It just was out of date. The lady I bought it from, she didn't do any work on it for 20 years. She wanted she wanted $60,000 for it, but I got it for 45 and sold it for 52. So I made $7,000 on that deal, and move it on. And the guy's ready to have it. Never met him either. He bought 2 houses from me. Never met the buyer. Never met the seller. Just saw the house on that deal. I'm all about virtual.
I hear you. Me too. I love those type of deals. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I definitely encourage everybody to, if you're not in real estate, you want to just get in some form of fashion. If you're looking to buy a house, I would say consider letting it be an investment first, as opposed to just going in because you want to buy a pretty house for yourself. Okay, buy that pretty house, but take advantage of that first time home buyer program where you could get in and then, turn around and let that house cash flow for you, as opposed to just wanting to buy something to live in it. I would say just look at it from that perspective because, we need, just as a people, we need to start establishing more ownership, more generational wealth. That's the beauty of real estate, because you can pass it down to your kids' kids, and, you can actually get the benefits of the appreciation when you are buying in these neighborhoods. And yeah, so I would just say, consider that before you just go out and buy this big old house for you and your family. Let your assets pay for your liabilities. So now you have a few properties. Now you buy the house of your dreams, the house that you want, because your properties are paying for that.
Exactly. Now there's some bars right there. You got to definitely do that. And a lot of people too, like you just said, don't worry about it. It don't have to be a house you're going to live in. If it's an investment property, as long as the numbers work, make the money. Because like all them houses I got, I probably wouldn't live in none of them. But as long as somebody else willing to pay it and live in it and all that, I'm good.
Exactly.
So remove emotion from it. Say if the numbers make sense, make the deal.
Exactly. Yep.
Makes sense, Miss Gia. So Gia The House Goddess.com. That's the website right there. Thanks again, Sunshine, for popping that up.
So do you plan to get in fixing and flipping at all?
Well, I don't know.
Or you just like that
I'm not a
wholesale
handy
money?
type. I'll be honest. I'm really not that.
I feel you.
I
Sometimes
would have to hire it out and trust somebody else to go in there and do it because I'm not fixing nothing. I fix people, fix paperwork, and collect checks. That's what I do. But
right.
I would jump into it if it made sense. You know what I mean? I wouldn't necessarily say, no, I wouldn't ever do it. But, once I got into this creative side, once you got comfortable with something.
Yeah, it's working. Run with it.
And a friend of mine, she has a construction company here, and I see she's trying to, manage contractors and all. And I'm like, I don't like babysitting that much.
Yeah. I feel you.
Babysitting. Now I do want to get into that Airbnb stuff because I see they making 2 and 3 and 4 times the monthly rent. So I want to get in on that game for sure. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. So yeah, that's my thing here, is looking for those. And I do want to get into some apartments eventually as well, like 20, 30, 40, 50 units, because that's where the real money's at. This stuff here we doing is cool, but the real money's up on that big end.
Exactly.
But it's all stepping stones, that. So let's see here. Any more questions, anything before we get up out of here and do some more woke stuff, y'all? Let's see here. Awesome show, Chris. Thank you, Sunshine. Let's see here. What else we got here?
Thanks, Sunshine.
Nice. Thanks, Gia. Let's see.
Thanks, Damon.
Everybody's saying thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So that is going to do.
Happy New Year.
Happy 2020.
Everybody, health, wealth, peace, prosperity, all that good stuff.
Most definitely. Appreciate you coming on, Gia. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you later. All right. So that's how we do it, family. We're going to do it like that. If there was any kind of value that came in on this stream, make sure you give it a like, give it a share, do what you do, and help it if you care. Like and subscribe if you're watching on the YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe and bang that bell. And don't forget to check out the Woke Real Estate Investors Group on Facebook, whether you're watching it on there now or if you haven't joined it, join it. It's a free Facebook group. Let's see here. Boom. There it is. The free Facebook group. Woke Real Estate Investors on Facebook. Check that out. Also, don't forget next week, like I said, it won't be on Monday, but it'll be on Tuesday, the 14th. We'll be on with House Buying Brian. He's going to be talking about making those multiple offers easily and quickly, especially for all of you that want to jump in and say, how do you do this? Terms deals and all this subject to wraparound mortgages, lease options, all this stuff to get the actual numbers the way you need them to be. That's next Tuesday, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll be on with House Buying Brian. Any other questions, comments, concerns before we go? And this stream was brought to you by wokesource.com. If you don't have leads, if you're short on leads, short on cash buyers, short on anything, wokesource.com, aka PropStream. Check it out and get your free 7-day trial to be able to pull all different types of lists, pull a wealth of knowledge. Wokesource.com. Oh, matter of fact, there's a better one for you. Get data about how much people owe on their house, all of that type of stuff. Wokesource.com to get that free 7-day trial. Other than that, we're going to do it just like this, y'all. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. So do what you do. Be who you be. And I'll see you before you see me. Peace out, family.
And we have and we have and we have Mr. I stay whoa, 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 whoa. I stay.